100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Right here.
To throw is Brissett. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. That one into the hands of Kane. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Check it back.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Shift. Check 52. Be ready.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the...
Intercepted. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
General West.
First carry for Darius Geis. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Check 24. Anyway, come on, God, 55. It's coming this way. Come on, try. Here we go.
They go play action with Brissett. That'll be caught by Rodgers. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Right there in the middle. 55. Switch.
On 1st down, it's Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
on 2nd and 12. Brissett, he completes this one to Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Out of the gun, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch there. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Redskins touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
First down, Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give, running right is Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett now. Flushed out right. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal. And then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt. And I think that they're improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2.
Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 65 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 51 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
22.
Geis with a carry on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Brissett. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He's got it complete to Thompson. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Check 13, check 13, check 37, check.
They'll throw now on the final play. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
All day, dog.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On second down now. It's Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, this is Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
It's third down and 13.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, it's Keenum. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Partner, earlier we were talking about the undefeated teams in the league. Let's switch that and look at the teams at the bottom, like Miami, Washington, Denver, etc. Who is there hope for that is off to a really rough start?
And if we're talking about hope, are we talking about this season or are we talking about the future?
Well, let's do in the future.
Okay, in the future, well, Miami's accumulating draft picks at an incredible rate, but they'll have to hit on all of them and make great decisions in free agency. If so, then they definitely have hope for the future. If you're Washington, well, you drafted Dwayne Haskins this past year. Can you build around a rookie quarterback, a young guy, and make this thing work? If you're Denver, you've got to get some things figured out because normally their defense carries them. Arizona, well, of course, Kyler Murray's there in a new system. Will it take root? Will it take hold? Atlanta is the biggest surprise to me in the early going at 1-3. I don't think any of us saw this coming, but they can still climb back into the race if they can get on a little bit of a run.
So Atlanta would be a team, if we're talking this season, you think still might have some hope?
I still believe that in the NFC South, a tough division, but because of familiarity breeding contempt.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Keenum. That's going to be caught by Richardson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. And a cutback. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Dustin Hopkins, the kickoff for Washington.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brissett. This goes out right to Doyle. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and a yard, Brissett. And now here is another interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a... And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But it's going to be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check, 55, Mike. 3 buzz. 55. Come on.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Jam.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
58, right there. In your face.
They'll run with Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Coming to you, coming to you. Switch.
Hey, 52. Get hot, we're good.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
On third down, it's Thompson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard.
Brings up fourth down and 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. Again, a run with Thompson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Redskins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Third down, here's Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on all.